Well, here it is. The brand new microscope. It is 100x to 2000x magnification. It's got a bunch of little features on it. We'll get to those. But going from a microscope from 1989, this is just for kids, but it was very decent at the time and lasted for many, many years. So many years, in fact, that, wow, I have slides. They didn't get used. Over the years, this got scratched, the lens. It wasn't up to par. You could use it, but it was really, really difficult. So give me a second. It's going to be difficult to record and do two-handed processes, but give me a second. I'm going to open this up and we're going to look at what we have inside. So the box came. It's a pretty solid box. I guess this is going to be all the accessories here. The instructions, obviously. And they pack this really, really tight, and it's taped up nicely. So, nice and secure. This tape's gonna hold. There we go. There it is. Oh, they don't give you a nice place to grab it. Oh. Pretty solid. Kind of what I remember in school as kids. Nice, nice. Let's get this thing hooked up and let's look at some. Maybe just algae, some tap water. Let's keep it light tonight. That way we got content for another day. Well, as you can see, I'm having to use another device to record so I can show you guys this. But they gave me, oh, that is a silverberry scaly hair. I'll kind of go back and forth between these two. But this case also has 5 slides. Looks like house slide legs, and there's a couple other dyed slides underneath. But the instruction booklet gave very basic instructions, like, so this thing is just a plastic holder. There's nothing special about it. You can see the tube around if I was to record. Not sure how that operates, but then you have this, which is the 25x, and then there's this that doesn't adjust. So I'm confused how that operates. And there were no instructions about that. This doesn't even grip in here. It just kind of slides, which was a little unexpected. I figured it'd be secure, you know, so it would hold like this, and then you could adjust it where you wanted, but there's no, I mean, these pins right here, are they supposed to be pushed out to grip? I'm not doing anything like that. But nonetheless, this is what it is. I could probably put some rubber on it and it'll be a little more solid. But yeah, it's a little confusing on why that is the way it is. So, I pulled the GoPro out so I could show you guys this stuff. Oh wow, I did that almost right. Adjust it this way. No, what am I? Good enough, right? Alright. So I can record from the phone too. So I'll record some of the slides so you get a better view of it. I don't know how to straighten that up any, but also I'm gonna have to figure out flipping, because otherwise the edit's not gonna come out right. Be probably blurry. Anyway, let's see where this gets us. Let's look at another slide. Light doesn't really have a factor. It's kind of hard to adjust for needs. Adjusting light doesn't change much. Next. Alright, so that's under a normal view, and you gotta remember it's looking down a tube currently. A plastic tube that doesn't hold very well. So I'll zoom in. So that's a 1x zoom. I guess it's okay for pictures. It's still pretty small on the camera. And then we'll go to 2x. So 2x is looking a little bit better, but it's not straight at all. I can adjust a little, but that doesn't do much. It's like messing up a telescope or having your eye crooked on a microscope. So we go 4x and then 8x. 8x isn't really going to do us much benefit in this case. I think 2x looks good. But again, I would rather it be more centered, and even adjusting, it doesn't get things where I want it, but on 1x zoom, it seems to be exactly where I would want it to be. Alright, so let's adjust and go with a 10x lens. So we're going to have to find the sweet spot here for focus. And go down just a hair, and the other direction. Alright, so we're seeing something come into focus now. I'm going to try to zoom in on that worm that's over there in the bottom left. So the bottom left should be alright. I guess I'm pushing the tray down a little bit, but I think that's where we're going to want it. So we're now currently using the 10x instead of a 4x lens. Let's see what I thought was a worm. Use 2x on my camera. I'll get a little closer here. Now, I believe right now I'm also using the above light. Let's see what it looks like when I switch to underneath. And this is about half power on the light. Under lighting. Not where I want to be, huh? I think I was liking the overhead light Oh, that's completely off. Feels like an overhead lighting better. I'm not sure. There's definitely a lot of layers to this. You see some of the threads. Is both lights on? Nah. It's crazy. The difference in what we can see. So let's switch over to 40x. Try to get close on this. First, I'm gonna lower the tray. I don't want it to hit. We'll zoom it back up, keeping a slight eye. Pretty close. Alright, so this lens does have a protective thing on it, spring, so you can't hurt your lens very well or easily. I'm not getting the focus. I'm gonna put that underlight on. Kinda looks like we got uneven too. What's up with that? Did I bump the camera? Oh, wow. What is going on there? It's just basically going through the levels of the lens, it looks like. But the camera, oh, look at that. Some of it actually looks like it's on the camera lens. What the heck? Is it bounce back? So how can I move that and this stays in focus there? That makes no sense to me. Are we looking through? Yeah, it makes no sense to me. How I was able to move it like that. But then I can move the slide. And there we go. That's interesting looking. Put it on 2x with the phone. I don't know what to make of all that. I'm also not seeing any life. Phone's gonna hate it when I zoom in on all this too. We're recording upside. Stressful. Phone can be aggravating. Huh. Let's see what else we can find on here. I think we were just there. Lighting changes. I think the easiest way to see that. Yeah. I don't want to focus real well on that. We're where we want to be. Alright. What is that? There's something there moving, yeah. That's what we want to see. Look at all those little things. Huh. So, what would be the best way to view these? It's so hard to see them right now. I wonder, back in the camera, because it's got that other lens. There goes a GoPro. I've been messing with this thing, trying to figure out the best way to utilize it. So those things are super small. I don't have a way to get these things lighter either. The camera's not going to do it the way I want. I just can't get it focused. You see what I mean? This thing is sensitive. So that is the best I can do. I mean, you can see all the stuff wiggling. So I know it's not really focusing well, but I just can't get it. There's not a fine setting on this one. I don't know. Whatever that is that a different layer? Huh. I wish we could actually look at one of these. Okay, I wish wish I could get real good. Look at this. For you, for me, for all of us. Oof. Not very good at this. Maybe the slide, huh? Okay, that's... Ugh. Just tap that way too much. Oh my goodness. Close enough? Close enough. A lot of little life. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm having a lot of trouble getting it to focus for us. Look at those little water bears. Is that the right shape for them? You can't enlarge those. Unless I zoom with the phone. Well, at 2,000 times magnification, I thought we'd be able to see some of this stuff. It doesn't appear that's the case, though. So it's the same region, we just were. Pretty different. Looks like nothing's even going on. And then we go on that 40x, and you can see a lot going on. So going back to 40x. So what lenses would actually help us? None? Well, I'm not seeing anything. That's helping. Green just went all out of focus, huh? It's like a different form of green. Actually, let me go back to the 10x. Where we can actually see what we're doing. Like See a little algae. That's normal. No, it wasn't. Huh. What lens was that? Oh, look at that big thing, maybe. Huh. Wow, we were on a really small level. If these things are this big. And this is the 10x magnification. But that big thing, what the heck we got going on right here? Oh, I had it. Look at it. We got what? Looks like a scud or something swimming around. So let's go back to 40 and see. Could probably flatten this out, the slide, and see deeper, or see easier at level that way. In fact, let's try that. Go back to this. Yeah, I'm gonna smash the slide. That'll distribute and give it a one-dimensional surface, or closer to. I'm not going to say it's going to be, because these things are small. Alright. And then we just dance around until we find something we like. Did I kill it? Oh gosh. I do that every time. I know you'll hate that. I do too. Best I can do like that. Oh, my bad. Well, now you get to see what a normal view would be. This is me trying to zoom in. Can I tap it and it focus? Nope. It didn't work like that. Unfortunately, I can't get that in focus any better. It's pretty fun to play around with. Tap the slide a little, get the water to move. Look at that, it just floated in. Is that algae? Is that some kind of eggs? They're layered like eggs. That's how I would imagine kind of worm to lay their eggs. Being green, I would say it eats algae. But it's kind of like those other slivers. Yeah, guess I got a lot of research to do, to learn. Although I can definitely tap that end of view pretty easy. Oh look. Oh, look at that thing. What do we got going on? It's green. It's moving. What? I wish I could see that better. Let's go back to the 40X. Alright. What region? In. I think we are to the top right of where we want to be. So I need to move back here. Is that correct? No? Is that the wrong way? Well, I didn't find what we were looking for. Go back in that other region. Nope, that was back over here. Oh well, we lost it. Should we get a Daphnia? Put a Daphnia under here? Oh look. I think we were here earlier. Well, we definitely can see more. It's debatable if it's in focus on the phone. But that's pretty cool to be able to see this stuff. Usually some of those dots are dark and then you zoom in or out. What level do we want to focus on? Oops. Give it a little tap. Well, I thought that big worm looking thing up there was gonna move, but it didn't. I think that's the slide itself. Maybe not. Maybe that's the lens. Interesting. No, that's the slide. see the hole much better, but you can't see all those little itty bitty things we were looking at. But this was pond water, nonetheless. Back to 10x. Alright, so when I focus, it goes up, not down. Huh. Well, maybe not. Maybe it does go down. The black dot is what I was judging off of, and that is way closer to it. And this should put us right on it. Nothing to see there. It's interesting. So water's not dead, but everything's on a real fine level. Alright, well, I guess we can enjoy their microorganisms tomorrow. This was the front molded pond. I guess I'll add that in here now too. Alright, so first we're going to look at this. This is snail poop algae. It was just snails, their poop. There were some little things in there. Or swimming around. So I put it under the magnification. Let's see what that looks like. This is what the old camera looks like on 100x. Let's see if we can do this. I swear we'll never come back to this camera again. They, for one, can't keep it still on this setting. But you can see all the blemishes from it being old. Yeah, can't keep it still. Anyway, this is 450x on an ancient camera. It doesn't really, or an ancient microscope that I can't get in focus. And that's the best you're getting this way. That's the 750x. Can't keep my camera focused on it, unfortunately. That's what the old microscopes would show. It's pretty wild. It's just bubbles, weird lines. It doesn't really focus on the detail that well. But you could see movement, like from mosquitoes and like using the blood from them and stuff like that.